I am here with Siobhan Carlile from the SBA, the Small Business Administration. It's a big day for the SBA. Siobhan, how are you holding up?
Thank you. Yes, it's a big week, big 2 weeks. We're hanging in there. We are kind of attached to the hip, sort of, with our electronics. So, but it's been, it's satisfying that we're trying to help small businesses as much as we can, as quickly as we can, with the best information that we can. So that's the goal.
I love it. So Siobhan, tell us about the PPP loans and everything that small businesses need to know during this time right now.
Well, I tell you, the PPP program launched pretty much this morning, first thing, already on the East Coast. We've heard from East Coast time that they've already gotten loan applications, and they've processed loans up to about, at 1 o'clock Eastern time, it was about 1.6 billion. And that was almost 4,000 loans, I believe. Don't, quote me necessarily on those numbers, but it's good to hear that the wheels are turning, those pipelines are working. The easiest way, and I did this myself this morning to check it out, the easiest way to get to your PPP PDF form that's fillable is to go to treasury.gov. And it comes up right on Treasury, the front page, and there's a red bar at the top, and it says PPP program, coronavirus, that kind of thing. You just touch on that, and then when you come to the next page, it has a whole list of the forms are there, guidelines, all that kind of thing. Information's there. So.
And how should businesses be thinking about applying? I mean, where should they start? We had a
Correct.
conversation with an accountant a little bit earlier on this topic, but I'd love to hear directly from the SBA on who businesses should work with during this time and the best way to start this process.
Right. Well, a good way to start is to go to the EIDL. That's sba.gov/disaster. And that's the actual place where you go for the EIDL grant. EIDL stands for Emergency Injury Disaster Grant. And that's part of the Emergency Injury Disaster Loan as well. So you go there to sba.gov/disaster. You can start your loan process there. And as you're doing your loan, then that also goes in to get that grant, the $10,000 grant. And so that's a great place to start. Even if you're not quite sure if you're eligible or not, you'll find out. But a lot of people are eligible, which is great. And they have more about eligibility as well on that site. So I went there this morning actually as well. And on our site, the sba.gov/disaster, they also have a place for PPP. They have it very well laid out. It's about halfway down, you go across. PPP is actually the first one on the left, pretty big icons. So it takes you right through. And I tell you, just hit on everything that's available. The next thing that's available now, the PPP loan came available this morning. And that is for, at this point, it is for small businesses and sole proprietary type businesses. And on April 10th, it will actually come open for independent contractors and self-employed people. If I look down, I'm sorry, I just want to, I've got a lot of material. I got a lot of materials here for you.
Look at all the papers I
And
have.
so,
are you kidding me? Like I'm trying to keep up myself.
Yeah. And so, yeah, and the last thing I want to do too is create more questions for people. It is very easy. A lot of this is very technical information. When you get into people's finances and working with lenders and things like that. Speaking of lenders, the PPP is administered through your loan, your lender. And so there is an approved lender list. They can also look at lender match online through the SBA.gov website, and if somebody doesn't have a lender. But the PPP is done through lenders. And so that's one thing that's maybe a little different than the EIDL loans. But
are all of the approved lenders ready to go today? Are they set up to go today?
Well, if they're participating, then
they better be.
That is and we have a list and they're participating, then that is the goal, that they are all just ready to go. Supposedly, it was about 400 lenders that had already started. That's a national number, but when I looked at the numbers at one Eastern, it said that about 400 lenders were already participating. So.
Okay. How do we make sure as much of this money goes to Utah companies as possible?
Get on there and apply.
Yeah. Is it really going to be like a first come, first serve type thing?
Well, that's the thing. They're really encouraging everyone, get on there and apply now. I saw Senator Romney the other day was on your program, and I watched it to get some, background, that kind of thing, just to see what he had to say. And he did say that, get on there early, because, it's not necessarily going to cover every business. But if you're able to get on there as quickly as possible and get your applications in, then there's a better shot at it. I mean, 350 billion, right? This morning when we had the numbers, it was already at 1.6 billion. I mean, that's still 300 and something to go. I mean, it's going to take some time to administer those and get the applications in, and it'll take a little time, but I would recommend that people are able to do it just as quickly as they can,
Siobhan, how's the SBA holding up during this time? I mean, are you going to be able to, take all this inbound? Are you staffed up for this?
Well, I have to say there's this new rapid response team that's been put together in partnership with the Governor's Office of Economic Development and also the World Trade Center. And I want to say it's about 30 people, volunteers, people who have lending backgrounds, people who have, different backgrounds really, but might be small business backgrounds as well. They've really taken the lead on that. There's a task force that's gotten together. So this rapid response, RRT, has gotten together, and they've already started taking calls, fielding calls, and fielding general inquiries, that kind of thing. The SBA, our small cell, will continue to do technical type coverage on deeper questions, but they have really been instrumental in lightening that load and carrying some of that weight the last few days. I believe they started, I want to say they started on Tuesday the 1st. So it's been about 3 days, right? 3-4 days. And the numbers coming in are really good. It's good for us to see, oh, wow, they covered 100 calls today, or whatever those numbers are. It's significant. So
Siobhan, where, if people wanted to get a hold of you, or maybe not specifically you, but the team or this rapid response team,
yes.
Where should they reach out?
So Utah General, all one word, is our email. So email us at utahgeneral.gov. Let me just get my other little slip of paper here. Sorry.
Yeah, let's just, no, you're fine. Let's make sure we get it right. So utahgeneral.gov is what you.
Yes. I just had it.
No worries at all. You know what? While you're looking, I'm gonna.
Let me give you the phone number, because I do know that by heart.
Yeah, give us the phone number. That's great.
Okay, so the phone number is 801-524-3209.
Okay, perfect. As you're looking for the website, I'm going to give a quick plug to V8 Energy, Siobhan. This pomegranate blueberry flavor. I'm not paid to say that, but it's what's powering my whole life right now.
Oh, really?
So a quick shout out to that as you're looking for this.
Thank you.
So the phone number is 801. We say 801 in Utah. I wonder if other people say.
Oh, what did I say? 801?
I say 801. I don't know what you said. I don't want to throw that on you.
Okay,
I just know what I say. 801-524-3209.
Correct.
Yeah, we don't say O on the second one.
I was wondering. Okay, you're not consistent there. Okay, good to know. Okay, the email is going to be utahgeneral@sba.gov.
Perfect. utahgeneral@sba.gov. Siobhan, thanks so much for coming on. And we'll have you on. Yeah, please. Yes.
This is for the rapid response team. It's coronavirus.utah.gov/business. And that's an actual website to learn more about the rapid response team and what the governor's office is doing and those kind of issues, I guess.
So coronavirus.utah.gov/business. Check that out. Call 801-524-3209 or email utahgeneral@sba.gov.
Correct.
Siobhan, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll have you back on as this thing progresses, but I think
Thank
this
you for your
information is
support.
critical.
Yeah, great. Take care. Stay
Thanks.
healthy.
We will. See ya.
See ya. Thanks. Bye.